What does it mean to change your life spiritually? Well, I can tell you what it meant for me. And it was something that I was always looking for, but that I was not really consciously aware of that I was looking for. Which might sound a bit strange, but I think it's about the same for everyone actually. So, for a long time in my life, I was looking for success in a lot of different businesses, in companies. I wanted relationships that really fulfilled me. And there's nothing wrong with any of these things that I'm saying right now. But the thing is that I was stuck in a cycle of trying to get all of the things that I want, all the things that I wanted. I tried really hard to get my business to work. I wanted money, I wanted different sort of things. I wanted a new apartment, I wanted more friends. I wanted to show the world how amazing I am. And the thing is that all of those things that I wanted, again, there's nothing wrong with these things. There's nothing wrong at all. But for me, this was not the solution to my problem. And the way in which I slowly realized that this was not the solution to my problem is because I was stuck. I wanted these things, but no matter how hard I kind of tried to change my life, I would sooner or later self-sabotage and find myself back at sort of the same place where I started, no matter how many times I tried. And after many years, I realized that there was a reason for all of this happening. The reason that I was stuck was because there was something that I did not see that I had to change before I could progress my life and move to the next step of it, to get to the next level. There was something within me. There was not something outside of me that I did not have that was the source for me having a life that I wanted to change, having a life that was not that good. There was something within me that was blocking me from really getting to where I wanted to go, but I didn't understand it for the longest time. I didn't understand that the source of my problems came from within myself and was not something outside of myself. So what does it mean to change your life spiritually? It means that you recognize that the outcome of your life, the results in your life, is a result of what first happened within you. The thoughts, the reactions, the attitudes, the behaviors, all of that stuff is what creates your reality, what creates the outcome of your life. And for me, I was stuck with a very low emotional state of being from my past that I created throughout the experiences of my life that made me wind up in a place where I couldn't break free from it. I couldn't break free from the experience of life that I had because I was not addressing the real issue here. I was distracting myself from what I was actually feeling by always going after the next thing, by always wanting more, by needing more, by creating more, by jumping on the bandwagon of self-improvement, of doing all of these things. I was actually just distracting myself from the real issue here, which was what was going on within me. I was in an unpleasant state. I was experiencing so much lack within myself. But that lack was not because of the lack of things out in the real world. The lack of that amazing car, the lack of that relationship, the lack of the money or whatever. That is not the source of the lack that I was experiencing. The lack that I experienced, that we all experience, is because of the beliefs that we have about ourselves that makes us question whether we are worthy, whether we are whole and complete, whether we deserve love, whether we deserve belonging and acceptance, and so on. That was the core of my issue. That is the core of everybody's issue. that is stuck in life, that feels like something is wrong, that feels like there should be more to life. We're all in the same boat here, if that is something that you resonate with. And the way to change your life is to come to the core of these beliefs that makes you question whether you're actually worthy, whether you're actually acceptable and loved and so on. And I know that if I heard this shit like 3 years ago, I remember reading some things about this, like how everything comes back to our sense of self-worth and so on, and I was just like, that's fucking ridiculous. I'm just gonna keep working on my business, I'm just gonna keep going hard, motivating myself to really get all the things that I want. But that was the issue. In the things that I was doing at the time, I was running away from the fact that I didn't feel those things. And when someone mentioned that maybe that's the issue that I have, I completely threw it to the side because I didn't believe in it. But the more resistance that I faced over the years, the more I was always faced with the same self-sabotage, always falling back into my old patterns, never really having that sort of success that I was looking for. I slowly had to come to the realization that I can't force this change to happen. I need to do something differently, and what I did differently was that I went within myself. I came to the core of these issues that was going on within me, and I was able to resolve a lot of it. I am a totally different person now, not because of the things that I achieved in the material world, but because of the growth that I made spiritually within myself. And the funny thing is that those things that I really wanted, the relationship, I have the most amazing relationship in the world right now, with a girlfriend that I love so much, and that came as a result of this long journey of coming to the core of these beliefs about myself, that I was not worthy, I was not good enough, and all of those things that made me put up with a lot of shit earlier in my life. That made me not be able to do the things that I really wanted to do. All of these beliefs that kept me stuck in life. The thing is that we humans, we are driven to align ourselves with what we believe that we are worthy of. If you take a look at your life today, that is a direct reflection of what you believe that you are worthy of. So if you want to change your life in the most profound way possible, and the way that you actually were always searching for, then that journey begins from within. It begins by coming to understand the way that you see yourself. And the hard part is that a lot of these things, if not pretty much all of it, is unconscious at this point. You don't understand it. You're not conscious about why it is that you are the person that you are today. And it's a journey to understand this and to overcome it and emerge victorious on the other side, but the only way to actually reach that point is to get started. And you are going to reach that point if you get started and have patience with yourself as you go on this journey.